Hey everyone! So today I thought it might be kind of fun to start kind of recording and documenting my family's journey of homeschooling. I'm a mom to two kids, little kids, and I used to be an elementary school teacher before I had kids, and then I had kids, and I just kind of decided that homeschooling is what I wanted to do, and so here we are. Last year I did homeschooling with my oldest, and I had no expectations really of what that was going to be, what it was going to look like, but we ended up kind of fulfilling his kindergarten, not requirements, but everything that I would want to teach him in kindergarten. He ended up kind of learning all of that. So this year he's going to be, I guess, technically his first grade year, but also not technically, because really that's the beauty of homeschool. It doesn't matter. You can be on a first grade level in math, but then, a third grade level in reading. You can just do what works best for you, your child. So that is kind of what I'm doing now. I also have a toddler. So she's going to be along with us. So we're going to kind of start with my older son and doing what he needs. And it's going to be a bit more formal this year than it was last year. So I thought I would just start off and kind of explain like our schedules, rhythms, routines, that kind of thing. And really it is very, very flexible. So I don't want anything to be set in stone. I just want it to be what works best for us. So I do have a plan for our school year, but that can definitely change. I just wanted to kind of have a roadmap so that I had an idea, but nothing is set in stone. For my state, I do have a requirement of 1,000 hours of instruction, 600 of which need to be like the core subjects like reading, language arts, math, science, and social studies. However, I do not legally have to start recording that until my children have turned 7 at the beginning of the school year. So I've got a little while. The school year for my state runs July 1st through June 30th, but that's not when you have to start by any means. That's just what their academic year is. So I'll kind of first go through like the overall school year that I have planned out for now. And like I said, this can change. We have breaks. I have breaks built in, but if we need a break sooner, we can take it sooner. If a break is coming up and we don't need it, cool. And we'll just keep going right along. So what I did is I actually printed off, and I don't know if you can see this, but I just printed off a calendar. So I just searched on Google, honestly, for a calendar. There was a website. This is Calendarpedia. I kept the little symbol here so I give them credit and remember, where I got the calendar. And they just had a 2020-2021 school year. And then I edited it, and made it more like the colors that I wanted, and changed the color of some of the days, just color-coded it in a way that I understood. And then I also added in my breaks. So I have us starting the day after Labor Day and going until the last full week of June 2021. And then I have like random breaks here and there. I have a break in August, a week-long break, and then I have the week of Thanksgiving blocked off, and then I wanted to take a big long break in December. So as of now, I actually have like the last full 3 weeks of December blocked off. Now, we might not do that. We might only take 2 weeks. As of right now, I think I have 35 weeks of school, which is okay. I think typically 36 weeks is what like a public school would do. So I'm totally fine with the 35 weeks right now. But like I said, I might not take those 3 weeks. I just want the Christmas season that's very special to me and my family. So I want to just let us relax. just enjoy the season and do lots of fun Christmassy activities. So it could be continuing on with our school plan, or it could just be doing more fun thing, you know, just whatever. So we'll play it by ear. And then I have a break in March, and then a short break at Easter time, and then I have the very first week of June as a break, just to give us one more little break right before our final push. Like I said, this could change, but it's good to just have a roadmap, and so that's what I did, and that's something very simple you could do. So what I also did here is I made a daily rhythm. So it's kind of like a schedule, but it's not set in stone. I put times, but again, that's just to like keep us going, but these are by no means set in stone. They can change at any time. So, I kind of have us, you know, we'll wake up whatever time. You know, I would like to wake up before my kids, but it's hard when I have a little one. She still needs a lot of help in the mornings and doesn't like to sleep without me. So we'll see what happens. The main goal is to kind of start at like 8 o'clock to start doing our breakfast and morning responsibilities. And our responsibilities are not really chores, they're just like things that we're responsible for, like brushing our teeth, getting our clothes on, making our bed, those types of responsibilities. And so then by 9 o'clock, I will have us doing a morning walk or just some activity to get us moving outside. And if it's like bad weather, maybe it'll be a dance party inside or some yoga, something active. But then at 9:30, I have us starting our morning basket, which entails many different things. But there are tons of videos on morning baskets, and that's something maybe in the future I could tell you what I'm doing. So then around 10, so what we're doing is I have kind of a curriculum for my son. I have a math, a language arts curriculum, and then I'm doing Torchlight curriculum, which is kind of a like a social studies science type curriculum, which incorporates a ton of literature, and just it's very heavily literacy based, which I love. So those are like his main like things that he's doing. So I also, for my youngest, I wanted to make sure we were spending some good time on something that's good for her too. So there's another curriculum called Blossom and Root, and I'm doing their early years volume 1, the very lowest level, and we're going to be doing it together because you can adapt anything, you know, for different ages to fit your child's needs. So I kind of broke it down because there's like Blossom and Root, like her thing, it has like all the different activities for the week, and so my goal is to have 2 of those activities a day for her, but also my son's going to be participating. And then I'm going to have some type of like a sensory bin or other activities set aside for her and planned out for her that she can be doing while my son and I are doing more of his things that, when, you know, requires my attention for him. So after our morning basket at around 10 o'clock, we will do the first Blossom and Root activity. And I really want this to just be really an easy morning, like an easy, I just don't want to be too stressful right getting started. And I used to, and even when I was teaching in the classroom, I like to start with literacy. And it's kind of what we did last year. We did like literacy and math, but I just thought I would change it up this year and see how it goes. If what I have doesn't really work, then again, we'll change it. It's not a big deal. But this is just what I'm going to try first. So, morning basket, around 9:30, then our Blossom and Root activity, and then around 10:30, some of these activities are going to take like 5 minutes. Some might take a half an hour. It just, again, depends. After that activities then, we'll do like an easy, like a snack, and we'll do some read aloud. Depending on how much time is left, they might go outside and play, whatever. And then around 11 o'clock, we will come back and we will do his core choice number 1. So his core choice number 1, what that means is I broke core choices into 3. So that's literacy or language arts, math, and science and social studies, which is really the Torchlight curriculum that I mentioned previously. And I'll link it below if it's something you want to check it out, because it looks, I've never used it, but I think we're going to love it. So I'm going to let him pick if he wants to do the language arts, math, or the Torchlight. So he gets to pick which one he wants to do. And first, so we'll do that, whichever one, for about an hour. We'll see, if he gets burnt out after 30 minutes, then we'll stop and we'll move on and we'll just go play. If he's really interested in it, we'll just keep going. Again, this is very flexible, but I built in an hour. If we need it, cool. If we don't, okay. So around 12, we'll do lunch. We'll do, more read aloud if we want. We'll do more playing. We'll have like an hour blocked off for that type of activities. Then around 1 o'clock is when he'll pick his second core choice. And then around 2 o'clock, we will do another Blossom and Root activity. And then after that, around 2:30, we will do his final core choice. And then after that, around 3:30, again, I blocked out an hour's time. It may not take that long. I blocked out an hour's time, and then we will do a snack. And then after that, I have around 3:45-ish, we will do a handcraft or an art project, something creative. And then after that is done, it'll just be playtime, dinner prep, maybe they'll get to watch a show, those kinds of things. So the day, again, is very flexible. There's lots of time that will be available for just playing, because my kids are really young, and so they should be able to play. And if they want to just keep going, then we'll keep going with the curriculum. But in the curriculum, there's a lot of, so I didn't mention it, but like in the morning basket, there'll be a lot of like music. That's when we'll do a lot of music and dancing and singing, that kind of thing. There's lots of music and artists, composers and artists mixed into the Torchlight curriculum and the Blossom and Root. So those will always we'll have something playing in the background from whatever composer we're studying that week. So yeah, that's kind of the breakdown of the daily rhythm. I guess I could talk about the kind of how I'm going to plan things. So I was going through and like doing so much research trying to find a planner, and I just wasn't finding it. So I decided I was going to design something, and then I still wasn't liking it. So I heard somebody talking about, I don't remember what they called it, like reverse planning or later planning. So basically, it's not writing it, it's recording what you do after you do it. Which I was like, actually, that's kind of what I ended up doing last year. Like, I started out planning everything out, and then I would just we were just really laid back. And so after I would do it, I would record it, and that was more to keep track of how many hours we were getting. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. So I'm just going to take a plain old piece of lined paper, and after we do something, I will write it down and for how long we did it. And I will actually be recording daily, and I made this sheet. I don't know if it's possible, but I might be able to include a PDF or an editable PDF, I don't know, of what I made. If I can figure that out, I will link it. But so I just have it where I have the date, and then I have each subject, so reading, reading, and then I have if it's at home or away, because we do have to kind of keep track of that for my state. So if I spent an hour in reading, I would just put 1 on reading, and then have language arts, math, science, social studies, and then non-core, because that doesn't really matter. I don't have to split it up for each of those. It really depends on those 5 core subjects, how much I got in them. And then I have the total core home, total core away, and then total core, total non-core, and then grand total. That's probably confusing, but it was just a way for me to keep track of how many total hours I was getting every day. And then I'm also going to enter this information, probably weekly or monthly even, into an Excel spreadsheet on my computer. So to keep track of what I want to do that week, I created a weekly, I said subject checklist is just what I called it. So I broke it up into all the subjects. So like on this side I have reading, language arts, math, science, and social studies. So I will just write like, these are the things I want to do in math this week, but I'm not assigning them to a day. So I'm just saying these are the things I want to accomplish for each subject. And then I also have on the back a morning basket one, an art and music, a PE, and my daughter, because I wanted to have a little section of just planned out for the specific activities just for her, and then an other for just other things. And then I also included a notes section at the bottom. So I have the spot for the week of to put the date, and then I just write what I have. So then I can say, okay, it's reading time. These are the things I want to do this week. So I will just say, okay, pick what one of the bullet points. The children are outside. Sorry, I had a bit of interruption with my kid at the door. So anyways, what was I saying? I'll try to remember. So if we're doing reading, I will just find a bullet point that I want to do, and we will work on that. And then after we do it, I'll write it down on my piece of paper for the day to say that we accomplished that. And then I'll just check it off. And so every week I will just check off what we accomplished, and if there's anything we didn't finish, well, that can go on to next week's checklist. So kind of doing this later planning, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, instead of just like trying to, because I feel like when I would plan a week in advance of everything I wanted to do each day, things happen, life happens. And then there were plenty of times that I was erasing everything, trying to move things around to the next day and to the next week, and it was just a mess. So I thought maybe this would be easier. We'll see. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't have much more to say. I guess that I will say that right now we're only planning on doing formal school, I guess, for 4 days a week. The 5th day is going to be more for co-ops, field trips, playing, exploring, those kinds of things. And then we also have the weekends. The weekends will be devoted to family time, but then also if there's like extra learning we wanted to finish that we didn't get to do, we'll do that then. And yeah, I also have other little things like a kiwi crate that my son likes to work on, and those might be something we would do on the weekends, or a wild explorers club, which is something you can do with your family or with a group of people. And it's like little, you do assignments and earn little badges, and it's kind of nature themed, but not always, but it's a really fun little program. So that's something else that we work on together that we might do during the weekend, and just like other like field trips and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the plan for this year. We'll see where the year takes us. I'm gonna try to film videos of it. We'll see what happens. Don't know if it'll happen or not, but I thought it might be fun for us even, to record our journey, and then if someone else watches it and finds it interesting or gets help from it, hey, that would be added bonus. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I will link everything I talked about below if I can. I will try to post this that you could use yourself if you're interested. And yeah, again, thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Hey, subscribe. We'll see. Hopefully I'll add more videos. I don't know, but maybe. And yeah, I hopefully will talk to you all later. Bye!